Okay, I thought today I might show you how I make water. Today I need to make some more RODI water, which is reverse osmosis deionized water for my shrimp tanks, for the more sensitive shrimp that you need to really be able to control the amount of minerals that are in the water. And so what you do is you use pure water that has 0 minerals in it, and then you can control exactly what percentage of minerals you have in the water by adding a mineral powder. And so you can do it with tap water, but you're kind of guessing all the time and you never know exactly what's in the tap water. And then you mix the tap water with either distilled water or RODI water to try to change the percentage of minerals in the water, and it's kind of a guessing game. And so I've started using RODI water, RODI. So since my shrimp tanks are here in the bedroom, it made the most sense to put my RODI system here in the bedroom so I don't have to cart water up and down the stairs, because that can get heavy. So what I did was I put my RODI system, which is just a small system, in my bathroom. And right now I have the system going. Okay, here's how it works. Okay, what I did first of all was that blue bucket was full, and then I took out a little over 5 gallons. It holds about 7 gallons. About 5 gallons of water out of it, and put it in this 5-gallon bucket and added the remineralizing powder to it, to what I need. And it's going to sit for 1 day at least, because I think I might be ready to fill the quarantine tank with this new water, because it might be ready for the shrimp to be moved from the stardust from the tank they're in. That tank I want to rescape and totally break down. So I need to move them temporarily to the quarantine tank. So I've been cycling that quarantine tank for about 3 weeks now, and I think it's cycled. I'm doing a double check today. And tomorrow, if it's at 0 ammonia and 0 nitrites again, then I'll know that it indeed is cycled, and I'll be ready to put this new water in. And so I have this water sitting. And so as a result, I need to fill up my RODI supply again. And so that's what I'm doing right now. So here's how it works. I have it set in my shower stall because in case I forget or I over or underestimated how long it should take to fill up, and it overflows, then it'll just go down the shower drain and not all over my bathroom floor. So that's why it's there. Okay, so here is what I've done. I have this system, it's called the RO Buddie system, and it is mounted to the side of my bathroom cabinet. You can easily clip and unclip the cartridges. There are 4. And then when I need to use it to make water, I just use these hoses and connect them where they need to go. And then when I'm all done, I just coil them up again and put them in the cabinet, and they're out of sight. So here's how it works. The water comes from my faucet, to which I put a diverter, and so I don't need to constantly, another way you can do it is do a hose adapter, but you have to unscrew the aerator and screw in the hose adapter in order to be able to use it each time. And so that's kind of a hassle. And so what I did was I found a diverter where I could use the faucet regularly, but I just turn the lever and it diverts the water to that connector, that quick connector to the right you see. And so what I do is I just can connect the water supply hose to that quick connect, turn the lever so the water goes into that hose, and then this hose, turn on the water, and this hose goes down, and the water comes from the faucet to the first cartridge, which is a sediment cartridge. It takes out the big pieces of sediment from the water, and then sends the water from there over underneath through a tube into, you can't see it, but there's that blue in the background there. That's a carbon cartridge, and it further kind of purifies the water, runs it through carbon. And then the water goes from the carbon cartridge into the main cartridge, which is a membrane. Has a membrane in there that further does the majority of the filtering of the water, all the minerals out and various things in the water that you want to get rid of. And it runs it through that membrane, and then it runs from there to this final cartridge, which starts out kind of black blue, has crystals in there, and as it's being used up, the crystals change color, and you can see kind of orangish on the bottom. And once the whole cartridge becomes orange, you know it's time to replace that filter cartridge. That's the deionizer. Okay, and then the water comes out of that through the top, and it goes two places. It goes to the wastewater tubes. It's all the water that, all the bad stuff that you got out of the water, and that wastewater goes through this tube and up above, down into my sink drain. And you can hear it. See, it's dripping. Okay, and then the other tube comes out, and it comes out of the top of the deionizer, and that tube is the good water, the final RO water. And then I have that hose running into the water collector. And I have that clipped on so the hose won't move around, but you can probably see the water dripping there. But that's totally pure water, the ROD water, RODI water, going into this 7-gallon tub. And that's how it works. It takes about an hour to make 1.5 gallons of that RODI water. So it takes a long time, but once you set it up, you just time it and leave it. And once again, in case it overflows, like I forget, or I didn't estimate, or it fills faster than I estimated, then it'll just spill over into the drain of my shower, so there's no problem there. Okay, so I started this at about 4:30, so at about 7:30 I should be the bucket should be filled. So once it's all done, I just shut off the water, flip the lever on the diverter so I can use the faucet normally, disconnect the water supply tube. It's very easy, it's a quick connector thing. And then I just take all the 3 hoses and coil them up inside and attach them, and they're out of sight and everything's back to normal again. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm making water. Okay, so just thought I'd share how that works. Okay, so long.